Hi, good morning everyone. So we are ready to start our gentle yoga session for today. So just prepare yourself to start the session. Just put your mat properly. Switch off the air conditioning or lower the fan. Just make sure that your room is not very cold where you are practicing. So today is the fifth session in this series of 5 sessions that we did this week. So it's the closing session, and we'll be yesterday we did a lot of dynamic fast-paced yoga postures. Now today we'll be doing it at a slower pace. This is closer to the classical hatha yoga, the kind of practice we'll be doing today. It is very healing, restorative, and we'll be mobilizing the body. We'll not be doing any jumping movements and stuff today. Also, though we'll anyways be going easy, but some of you who might have injuries, who might find some of the things we do difficult, so just go easy on those things. Today I don't want you to strain yourself. Today is a day to just let the body mobilize itself, to relax, to focus on breathing. And tomorrow we'll be having a break, and then from Tuesday we'll be starting the next week another 6-day journey like we've been doing every week so far. Okay, so we'll start from the standing position. So just stand up, and okay, so just today we'll start with a little gentle warm up. Just walk up, walk back a few steps, keeping your back straight. Okay, first stand with your spine straight. Join your palms together. Close your eyes and focus on your spine, and make sure that your spine is nicely straight, lower back in, the neck up, the shoulders relaxed. And just observe your breathing there for 4 to 5 breaths. Just watch the rising and falling of your chest with your breathing. Try to get steady in that position. If your mind goes anywhere else, just bring it back to your body, to your breathing. Okay, and come back, and come back. So today, like we just did it, I want you to be aware of your breathing throughout whatever we are doing today. So just, it's morning time for most of you, so just we'll gently warm up the body. So just a few times walk up and walk back, keeping the spine straight and keeping your neck up. Okay, 4 times more. Forward, a few steps back, and again forward, and a few steps back. And today after the class we'll be talking a bit about lower back and injuries in general, particularly lower back. I've been getting a lot of messages about lower back. Okay, and relax, and relax, and interlock the fingers and stretch up. We'll be revising some of the things we've learned over the past week. Feel the stretch, hold there, and release it. Okay, and these are the anytime, anywhere stretches. If you remember, interlock your fingers, hands down, pull the shoulders back, the neck back. Feel the stretch on the shoulders, hold there for 3, 2, 1, and relax, and relax. And raise the right leg up, hold there. Keep holding there. If you find it difficult to balance, you can take support from the wall and the other leg. Okay, and come back and join your feet together and breathe in, stretch up, arch back, go slow. look up. And breathe out, push your hips back. Just enjoy the stretch today. And just come halfway till here, exhale. And again, stretch up, breathe in, arch back, look up. And breathe out, push your hips back. Come parallel to the floor. And again, 2 more times, breathe in. Totally coordinated with the breathing, breathe out. And once again, stretch up, breathe in. And breathe out, come in the starting position. Okay. And change a little more distance between the feet. And so if you remember from the past sessions, we are doing the 4 movements of the spine. The most important thing in yoga is to, okay, and back straight and breathe in, slide, turn to the left, slide the left hand and raise the right hand to feel a stretch. And up. Breathe in when you bend, breathe out, come back, and breathe in, feel a stretch, breathe out, come back, and again breathe in, breathe out. A little more distance between the feet, those who are joining in now. So we are going to be very gentle today, no jerky movements, no strain. Just ease into every posture. Push your hips back, hands in front, hold the stretch and come up. Keep your hands up. Do as much as you can do and up. And with the breathing now, breathe out, push your hips back, forward. Slow movement, slow breathing. Breathe in as you arch back. Once again, breathe out, forward. Breathe in, arch back, gentle stretch, don't overstretch right now. Okay, and come back, and come back. Now the 4th movement of the spine, the twisting movement, a little distance between the feet, and the back straight, and breathe in, and as you breathe out, take your right hand to your left shoulder, the other hand goes back, and you twist, and come back. Inhale, and again, breathe in and breathe out and come back center, breathe in and breathe out to the left again, breathe in center and breathe out the other side. These twisting movements are good for the spine, they are also very good for your digestion, they mobilize your digestive organs. Okay, we'll get the blood circulation going a little more. Walk up and back 5 times more according to the space you have. Just a few steps forward, a few steps back. Okay, some of you whose body is stiff, feeling stiff right now, can go, the others can continue for more times, is walking up, walking back. Some of you can jog up or jog back on your toes, but very slow, very lightly. Very lightly. We're just trying to get the blood circulation, warm up the body before we start stretching. And again, focus your breathing even when you're doing this. Today throughout we want to focus on our breathing in whatever we're doing. So just, some of you can walk, some of you can slightly jog up. So you'll feel your heart rate is slightly gone up. Okay. And just stand there, raise, alternate leg up. So today is a gentle yoga session, but we are just slightly warming up the body before, so that our stretches are smooth and nice. Okay. Now, your feet together. We came halfway last time. Now I want you to stretch up, breathe in and go down all the way, reach for your toes. Breathe with the breathing though. Breathe in and breathe out, push your hips back, reach for the toes. Very slow movement, slow breathing. Okay, keep going. 3 more times. Inhale, stretch upward, arch back, look up. And exhale, push your hips back, reach for the toes. And keep going 2 more times with total breath movement. Keep breathing in. Hold the breath, pause here, look up Keep breathing out through the movement. Hold the breath as well, and again breathe in, stretch up, arch back, look up, and breathe out. Hold the breath, keep holding there, touching your toes, and again breathe in, stretch up, arch back, and come back in the starting position. Relax, relax. Okay, now we'll do some joint rotation before we move on to the other thing. So just the neck, breathe in, up, look up, and not with a jerk though, breathe out, tuck the neck in. Once again, straight, breathe in, up, keep holding there, and straight. And now, breathe in, and as you breathe out, the neck to the right, and breathe in center, breathe out to the left. Once again, breathe in center, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and straight, and tilt to one side, come back, tilt to the other side. These smaller muscles are also very important to mobilize at least a few days in a week. If we just keep working on our big muscles, and ignore these, they can create a lot of injuries. Okay, now the wrist movement, tighten, stretch out, your fist tight and stretch out, fist tight and stretch out. Make sure your room where you are exercising is not very cold. You can lower your fan, switch off your air conditioning, and the other side, especially if you're stiff. If it is warm, it will help you and change. This loose, shoulders loose, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and relax, and relax. Okay, once again, raise the knee up, now that we have warmed up slightly, and holding here, see if you can raise your ankle up and down. Okay, now change the other, raise it up, and those who find it difficult to balance, you can take support from a wall. Up, down. Okay, and relax, and relax. And interlock your fingers, and we start with the Tadasana. This is another way to do the Tadasana. Come up on your toes, breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring the hands down a little bit. And 3 more times. Inhale, come on your toes, keep stretching up, hold the breath, and breathe out. The heels down and lower your hands. And 2 more times. Breathe in, try to come up on your toes as much as you can. Breathe out, down, and once again up, and see if you can hold there. Absolutely on your toes. Keep stretching up. This is the Tadasana, the palm tree posture, one of the most important postures to, with practice, get perfection in. And your heels down. Now keeping the heels down, just turn to one side, feel a stretch, come back. Your heels are down now. Up, and the other side, feel the stretch, and come back, and again hold the stretch, and come back, and the other side. This is the swaying Tadasana, palm tree posture. Okay, and come back and interlock your fingers behind you like this, and down, shoulders back and the neck back. Just hold there, and come back. And now in the same position, bend forward, raise the hands up gently. Don't strain yourself. As much as you can go comfortably. Hold there, and come back, and relax, and relax. And your feet together, right leg forward, breathe in, stretch upward, and breathe out. Inhale, stretch upward towards the ceiling. Exhale. Keep the movements graceful and coordinate your breathing and the movement. Come back. Keep going. Breathe in, stretch upward, breathe out. Again, breathe in, pause there, hold the breath, and go back. And again, breathe in, stretch up, breathe out, and relax, relax. Okay, moving on to the shoulder rotation, and breathe in, elbows up, breathe out down, and breathe in up, breathe out down. Try to do the full range of movement. Inhale up and exhale back. Once again, inhale up, exhale, and the other way around. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and relax. Okay, now we did this movement yesterday. Right hand forward and push this to feel a slight stretch on the shoulder, and come back, and the other hand up and feel a stretch, hold there. Okay, and come back, relax, relax. Okay, now once again stretch your feet out. Now in a continuous movement, push your hips back, forward, breathe out, breathe in, arch back 3 times, breathe out. Those with lower back problems, keep going. Those with lower back problems, go easy on all the forward bending positions, and relax. Now a twisting movement, a continuous twisting movement, a little distance between the feet, and without a jerk again, just swing the body to one side, the other side, a twisting movement. Breathe out when you twist, breathe out, and come back, relax. So hoping your breathing is slow right now. So now we'll do the dynamic Talasana in another way that we've been doing. This is one of the most important yoga postures I want you to do. So this distance between the feet, and just see how nicely you can do it right now. So this distance between your feet, 1 foot, shoulders back, the neck up, look straight in front of you. Become aware of your breathing. Now you need to coordinate your breathing and the movement in this dynamic Tadasana. First, make sure your starting position is correct. Don't stand like slouch. Make sure your lower back is in, your shoulders are back, you're looking straight in front of you and up. Okay. And now, as you start breathing in, come on your toes. Keep breathing in. Keep breathing in. Hold the posture on your toes. Stretch upward towards the ceiling. And now start breathing out as you slowly keep breathing out. Keep breathing out. And heels down, palms here. 3 more times. Inhale. Keep inhaling. Hold the breath, stretch up, and then start exhaling, palm downward now. Very slow movement, very slow breathing. Okay, and 2 more times. Start breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the breath, stretch up, and start breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heels down. 1 more time, as nicely as you can do this. Keep breathing in. 4, 5, 6. If you can stretch longer, then stretch longer. And hold here. Stretch up. Absolutely on your toes. And then start breathing out as you bring your hands down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax, and relax, and relax. Take a breather, take a breather. Okay, now we move into the sitting position for doing the cat stretch and some other stretches on the mat. So sit on your mat now, on one side of the mat. If you can sit in Vajrasana comfortably, then sit in Vajrasana. Otherwise, you can sit cross leg. Just make sure your spine is straight. Okay. Now from there, move into the cat stretch position. Okay, today we are going easy. We just are being nice to the body today. Let the muscles recover. And from here, in the cat stretch, breathe out, push your spine up, neck tucked in. And then as you breathe in, the stomach down and the neck up. And 2 more times, breathe out, push your spine up, tuck your neck in, breathe in, the stomach down and the neck up. And again, breathe out, push your spine up nicely. This is a very important stretch for your spine, for your reflexes. And down, the neck up. Keep holding there. Okay, now come a little forward and push the right leg back and push the right heel back to feel a stretch on your calf. Hold that stretch and come back and change the left leg, push the heel back, feel a stretch on your calf. Keep holding there and come back. And continue to be in the cat stretch position and raise the right leg straight up, breathe in, neck up also, and as you breathe out, bring the knee down, the neck down. And the left leg now, breathe in, raise the leg up, the neck up, breathe out, down, and keep going. Inhale, slow movement, slow breathing, exhale. And the other, inhale, exhale. Once again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Those of you who find it comfortable can raise the opposite hand as well. Otherwise, continue with just the leg. So, right leg and the left hand up. Breathe in and breathe out, down. And the left leg up and the right hand up. Breathe in. Breathe out, down, and the neck movement also. Total coordination of the movement and the breathing. Inhale, the neck comes up, hand and leg comes up. Exhale, down, neck also down. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now push your hips back and sit in the Shashankasana. Put your head down. Just relax there. And for the next 5 breaths, just watch your breathing while you are in this position. Okay, now come on your elbows and do a plank on your elbows. Come in the plank position. Comfortable. Feel the muscles that are working. Neck not too down, not too up. Hips not too up, not too down. Keep holding there. And put the knees down. Lie down on your stomach. Lie down on your stomach and come into the position for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Again, very important posture. Palms close to your shoulders, to your chest, and elbows closer to your body. Breathe in as you come up and breathe out, down. Total coordination of the breathing and the movement. And again, come up, breathe in. Don't come up beyond your navel. Don't straighten your elbows. Breathe out, down. And 3 more times. Inhale. Feel a gentle stretch on your upper back. Exhale, down. And again, breathe in. Feel the stretch, breathe out, down. And 1 more time, come up and try to hold there. Keep holding there, breathe normally. And slowly down. And relax. Come on your elbows and come up. 90-degree angle on your knees. Stretch your hands forward, push your upper back down. Feel a stretch on your upper back. The neck is slightly up. Just enjoy that stretch. Just enjoy that stretch and pull your hands back and come up and sit up sit up with your feet straight in front of you. Okay. We are doing a lot of easy things today, but do them gracefully and with the breath coordination. First, just balance here, keeping your spine straight. Make sure your spine is straight. Focus on your breathing. Okay, now put your hands down and pull the toes towards yourself. Feel a gentle stretch on your calves. And then down, toes down, feel a stretch on your ankles. And once again, toes towards yourself. Hold the stretch. Okay. And come back and now reach for the toes. Again, gentle stretch. I don't want you to struggle and necessarily touch your toes. And come up. Slightly back. Feel a contraction on your stomach and breathe out. Reach for the toes. Breathe in. It's okay if you can't touch your toes. Go as much as you can, comfortably can. Breathe out. Breathe in. And again, breathe out. And breathe in. And again, sit straight. We'll do a twisting movement. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, take a slight push and twist to your right. Look back over the shoulder. And again, breathe in center. And breathe out from the left, twist. Again, breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in center. And breathe out the other side. And come back. And now from there, bend the knees and come in this position. The Titliasana position. Okay. And from there, as much as you can go, wherever you are, just feel the stretch. And now again straighten. Hold it. And again, breathe in as you bring it like that and hold it. Feel the stretch. And as you breathe out, straighten it. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in, just hold there. Just hold there. Back straight. Okay. And straighten your feet and bend the right, left leg, in, and reach for the right toe. Toe also inward towards yourself. Breathe in, up, stretch up. Keep the stretch very gentle. Breathe out, down. And keep holding there now. Toes towards yourself. Feel a slight stretch on your calf, on your hamstring. Watch your breathing. Just enjoy the stretch. It's okay if you can't touch your toe. And come back straight. Look straight. And now, in the same position, breathe in. And as you breathe out, take a slight push here. And again do a twisting movement like we did earlier. In the same position. And come back straight. And now change the other leg. Get the alignment right. Reach for the toes. Breathe out. And breathe in, stretch up. And again, breathe out. And keep holding there. Toe towards yourself. Just enjoy the stretch on your calf, on your hamstring. Keep holding there. Keep holding there. And come back straight. Inhale, and as you exhale, just twist again and come back. And come back. Relax. And straighten. Now we'll do a rowing movement. Fist tight, and from here, as you breathe out, move towards your toes, and as you breathe in, bring your hands back. Feel a contraction on your stomach, and again exhale, and it's like you're rowing a boat, that kind of movement. Works your core really nicely. Exhale with the breathing. Breathe in and breathe out and breathe in. Okay, next we'll do a posture. It is a yoga asana, dynamic. It is called Chakki Chalan Asana. So a lot of us are doing a lot of housework these days, but we need to be thankful at least we don't have to do this. So this is inspired by earlier the grains were ground in a hand grind in the house on this chakki, which a lot of us know about. So little distance between your feet, you interlock your fingers, and then you make a big circle, move forward and breathe in as you go back and breathe out. So now you're going clockwise. Exhale, inhale, go back, and once again exhale and inhale. Now the other way around, anti-clockwise. Again, exhale forward, inhale, and again exhale forward, inhale. Okay, and relax, okay, and come back and sit in Vajrasana. Though I'm sure when they did the chakki, they did it only one side, not the other side. But in yoga, the thing is, you have to balance every movement. If you do something clockwise, you have to do it anti-clockwise. That's why yoga heals injuries, from sports, which all sports do not balance like that. Okay, and from there, come up on your in this position. Okay, on your knees like that, and first we'll do the easy little distance between the feet. We'll do the easy version of camel, the Ushtrasana we did yesterday. First, keep your hands here, arch back, inhale and come back. And now, some of you might find this difficult. You can just repeat this a few times. The others, the right hand to the right heel, arch back, the neck back, and come back. And now the left hand to the left heel, and again arch back and come back. Some of you can repeat this, and those of you who are very comfortable doing this, then do it with both the hands. If you have not tried this, just do the earlier movement. So stomach up, arch back, throw the neck back, just enjoy the posture. And to come up, leave one hand first and then leave the other hand. Okay, now in this position, just stretch the left leg outward. This is straight, and then the left hand slide down and feel the stretch here and hold there. Keep holding there. Just enjoy the stretch. And from there, come back. Keep the leg position the same. We are trying something. Keep the leg position the same. Keep this hand down and stretch your hand, the other hand up, look up. Okay, just try to. I hope you can see this carefully. Just look up, balance there, watch your breathing, and to come back, lower the hand, gently come up, and now the other leg. Stretch it outward, slide this hand down, feel the stretch, enjoy the stretch here, keep holding there, and now keep this hand, put this hand down and stretch your hand forward. Look up. Make sure the hand is not too close, not too far away. The technique is very important in these things. Look up, keep holding there, and come back, and relax. Do the rabbit posture now, Shashankasana. Push your hips back, put your head down, relax there. Relax there. Okay, and from there, come up. Now we'll do the Swanasana and Parvatasana combination to ease the spine from here. So cat stretch position first, and then keeping the elbows straight, arch back and look up. Make sure that your shoulders are not hunched straight, stretch on the lower back, and from there again in the cat stretch. Now push your hips up in the mountain position. Walk up a little to be in the shape of a mountain. Push your heels down, neck tucked in, looking at your navel. Okay, put your knees down again in the cat stretch position. Once again, come up in the Svanasana position. Arch back, the neck up, and from there again in the cat stretch position, push your hips up, walk up, come into the mountain position. Some of you can try to keep walking up closer to your hands and to stand up from there. If you can, otherwise just take support of your hands and stand up completely. And relax, and relax. Okay. And come back, and come back. Okay, at this point, if any of you wants a small sip of water, you can have a small sip. And then stand on your mat. We'll practice the Vrikshasana, the tree posture now, and see how much perfection we have got in that. You can have a small sip of water if you want. See, whenever you are having water in between a session, don't have too much water, and immediately after having water, don't do like a upside down posture. Okay? So this is a safe posture to do after having water. The Vrikshasana. Right leg, push the knee down and join the palms together. Look at a point straight in front of you. And keeping the balance, stretch your hands up. Palms together in a namaskar. Try to get steady in that position. Absolutely still. Keep stretching your hands upward and observe your breathing. Okay. And come back. And come back. Starting position. And now the other leg. Push the knee downward. Join the palms together. Shoulders loose. And keeping the balance, take your hand up. Keep stretching up. Keep looking at a point right in front of you. Okay. And relax. And relax. Again, a very important posture. And of course, now we'll do so some of the postures we've been doing, keep moving towards more and more perfection in them. Next, we do the standing chakrasana that we've been doing. So, shoulder width distance between the feet, bend the knee slightly, your fist tight. Do it with your breathing. Inhale as you stretch upward and then arch back, look up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, bend forward, raise your hands up, turn your wrist inward. And again, breathe in, stretch up, arch back. Feel a stretch on your stomach as you arch back. And breathe out. And once again, breathe in, stretch up, arch back. And relax, and relax, and come back. And now, a little more distance between the feet. Keep your hands here. In these postures, fill the lungs completely and empty them completely. So, breathe in. Palms upward, pull your hands back, neck up and breathe in. And as you breathe out, palm upward, take your right hand to your left ankle. And again, breathe in, up, shoulders back, breathe out the other side. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, and again breathe in. Okay, and come back, and come back. Relax, relax, relax. Okay, from there, just again do this stretch, hold, and try to take the same leg as much as possible and bring it back like this. If you need to take slight support, then you can take support in this. And if you can, from there, just go balance, get your hand up and come back. And change the other side. Raise the knee up. You can use both the hands here. And down and take the same leg back like this. Some of you might find this difficult. Take support. Do however much you can. And now just balancing on the leg, and come back, and come back, and relax. Feet together, interlock your thumbs, your fingers touching down, keep your hands here, and breathe in, keep the heels down, stretch up and arch back, look up, and as you breathe out, push your hips back, keep looking in front, okay, keep looking in front as you reach for the toes. You can bend the knees slightly, touch your toes, and again inhale, stretch up, arch back, and breathe out and hold there. Reach for the toes, look up, keep holding there, and again breathe in, arch back, and relax, and relax, and relax. Okay, now next, the warrior posture. Again, a very important posture to practice regularly, great for your spine, and you should keep moving towards more and more perfection. I know in many postures, we are not fine-tuning them right now. So some of you might not be doing them 100% correct. Okay, in this, a big step forward, the right leg forward. Make sure the feet both are not in the same line. There should be a little distance between the feet, like when we walk. And bend the right knee in a lunging movement. And make sure your hips are facing in the direction of your knee. Stretch up and arch back, hold there. Enjoy the stretch on your back and come back. In a namaskar position, straighten your knee now and change the other step, bend the knee, a good lunge here, again facing your knee and stretch up, balance there, and then arch back, neck up, keep balancing there. Okay, and come back, join the palms together, straighten the knee and come back. And once again, the right leg forward, bend the knee this time, join the palms together. Okay, again, if you're like this, try to turn in the direction of your knee, align yourself, shoulders loose. And now keeping the palms together, stretch up, breathe in and arch back. Enjoy the stretch on your upper back. And come back, relax. And now change the other leg. Bend the knee. Join the palms together in a lunge. And stretch up, arch back. Hold there. Feel the stretch on your back, on your stomach, and come back. And relax, and relax. Okay, see, once you get perfection in these postures, you will really enjoy them. And they'll get your spine very nice and supple. Okay. So like I showed you, anytime, anywhere stretches, you can do this stretch. So this is another one, if your back is not feeling good, you just do this stretch, hold it, it will immediately open up your spine. Okay, now lie down on your mat, on your stomach first. If you want, you can have a small sip of water if you need it, and then lie down on your mat, on your stomach. Okay. Lie down on your mat and stretch your hands forward. Stretch your hands forward and raise the right hand and the left leg up and down. And now the left hand and the right leg up, down. Breathe in as you come up, breathe out down. Breathe in as you come up, breathe out down. Some of you can continue with one hand. The others who are comfortable can do both the hands, both the legs up and down. Once again, up and hold there. Keep holding there. And down, and down. Relax. In the same position, bend the knees and try to hold your ankles. Okay? And now open the knee joint. Breathe in and breathe out, down. As much as you can do. And again, breathe in, come up. Breathe out, down. And Once again, breathe in, try to hold there, breathe normally, keep trying to open the knee joint and down, breathe out. Okay, and from there come up on your elbows and do the rabbit position, hips back, put your head down. Now take your hands back, hold your wrist, put your head down and just be aware of your breathing, be aware of the blood flow towards your forehead. And come up and lie down on your back. From there, lie down on your back. And join your feet together, palms facing down, raise the right leg straight up 90 degrees and down, and the other leg straight up and down. Breathe in, raise the right leg up, breathe out down, and the other, breathe in up, breathe out down. Continue with one leg. Those of you who are very comfortable doing it with both the legs can do it with both the legs. But if you're struggling with that, then stick to one leg. So breathe in up, breathe out down, and again breathe in up. Slow movement, slow breathing. Breathe out down and relax. And relax. Take a breather. Take a breather. And relax. And bend the knees in position for the bridge. Again, a very, very important posture. Try to hold your ankles, little distance, and then leave the ankles, put your palms down to get the correct position to do the bridge. And now, as you breathe in, raise the stomach up. And breathe out down. And keep going 2 more times. Inhale. Raise your stomach up enough, body weight on the shoulders, breathe out down. And again, breathe in, come up, keep holding there, stomach up. Keep holding that position, breathe normally and observe your breathing. Keep pushing your stomach up and observe the movement of your stomach. You will feel your diaphragm and down and down. Relax. Relax. Now, keeping the legs in the same position, bring them a little closer together, hands to the side, along the shoulders, and now breathe in, and as you breathe out, take the knees to the left and the neck to the right, feeling a twist. Hold there and come back center, breathe in, and then knees to the right and the neck to the left now. Hold there. Once again repeat there, that, breathe in, breathe out, twist to one side, neck to the opposite side, and balance it on the other side. And after you finish that, bend both the knees, press them against the stomach. Keep holding there for 15-20 seconds. This is a very simple posture but a very important posture to do on a regular basis. This is great for your spine, the lower back, your knees, very good for your digestion. Okay, now straighten your feet, stretch the body tall, hands back and toes towards yourself, push the heels down. Feel a stretch on your body, on your calves, on your shoulders particularly, and leave all the muscles loose and find a comfortable position for Shavasana with your palms facing upward. Close your eyes and in the Shavasana position, leave all the muscles as loose as you can leave them. Keep your eyes closed. Keep all your awareness on your body, on your breathing. Take 10 seconds to find the most comfortable position. And once you find that position, become absolutely comfortable there. Let your neck be loose. Let your shoulders be loose. Your elbows, your wrist, your palms, your fingers, your lower back, all the muscles of your legs. Let them be absolutely loose. Let the ground take all your body weight. Feel your body weight sinking into the ground below you. And continue to keep your awareness on your body, on your breathing. Just watch yourself, just observe yourself. Observe the state of your muscles. Be aware of any sensation, any discomfort in your neck, your shoulders, the lower back, your knees. Let all those muscles relax. Watch your own body as if you're watching your own body from outside, lying absolutely lifeless on the mat. And bring all your awareness to your breathing. Your body is absolutely still. The only movement is the movement of your stomach, of your chest as you breathe in and breathe out. Just become aware of your breathing. Now bring all your awareness to your toes, to the sole of your feet. Become aware of your ankles. Let those muscles relax. Bring your awareness to your shins, your calves, your knees. Let the muscles around the knees relax. Bring your awareness to your thighs, to your hips. Let the muscles around your hips relax. Let your lower back relax more. Bring your awareness to your upper back, to your shoulders. Let the shoulders relax more. Bring your awareness to your elbows, to your wrist, your palms, your fingers. Let them relax more. Bring your awareness to the tips of your fingers. and bring all your awareness to your stomach, to your navel, and bring your awareness to your chest, to the center of your chest coinciding with your heart. Bring your awareness to your neck. Let the muscles around the neck relax. Bring your awareness to the back of your head and to your face. Let all the muscles of your face relax. Let your forehead relax more, your eyes. Bring your awareness to the center of your forehead, to the point between your eyebrows. And bring your awareness to the top of your head. And bring all your awareness only to your breathing. Just watch the movement of your stomach, of your chest as you breathe in and breathe out. And for the next 5 breaths, continue to observe your breathing. And take 2 deeper breaths. Let the stomach swell up more as you breathe in. And bring your awareness to your surroundings. Become aware of all the sounds around you. And slowly move your fingers, move your toes. Become aware of your muscles. And take your own time to very slowly turn to your right. And take your own time to very slowly come up and sit up comfortably with your spine straight and your eyes closed. Sit with your spine straight, the neck up, shoulders loose, your eyes closed. And 3 times we'll chant Om. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe in. Just be with the silence. And join your palms together in a namaskar. If your hands are dry, then just rub the palms together. Feel the heat in your palms and let your eyes, your face absorb that. And come back. If you can sit in Vajrasana, sit in Vajrasana. Just do these 2 stretches, shoulders back, neck up, and then interlock the fingers and stretch up. And we are through for the our final class of this week. So we'll start a new journey in the coming week. Though tomorrow we are taking an off day. So tomorrow there will be no class here. We start from Tuesday. So Tuesday to Sunday we do another 6-day journey over the next week. And so that will be a 6-day week we'll be doing next week. And so in the coming week now we'll meet Tuesday. So Tuesday we'll do a slight fitness circuit followed by yoga stretches to wake up the body. Then Wednesday we'll be doing yoga. Then Thursday we'll be doing a higher intensity fitness workout and yoga. Then Friday gentle yoga. Saturday again dynamic fitness based workout. Then so alternate days we'll be doing more fitness oriented, alternate days we'll be doing more gentle yoga. So learning a new things next week. So those of you who are in a hurry can leave. With some of you I'll be taking your questions now and talking a little about lower back issues which a lot of people have written to me about. And but before you go, also the other thing I wanted to tell you was, even if you've done this session, also weight loss is something I'll be taking on in the coming classes, which a lot of people have been messaging me. Apart from doing this class in the morning, in these times that we are confined, use the stairs a lot. Make sure that you are taking the stairs on a regular basis. They are a very good cardio exercise. And also those of you who are in Bombay, I will be planning a trek after this lockdown is over. So if you keep taking stairs regularly, you will be ready to go on a trek. And so also a lot of people are doing this on replay, and a lot of your friends who can start even at this point for the next 2 weeks, they'll see a huge difference. And those of you who are not comfortable with Facebook, I'm also week wise uploading these on my YouTube, which is called Abhishek Sharma Yoga Fitness, the same name. So for some people it might be easier to follow it from the YouTube from the beginning, week 1, week 2, because if you do these sessions regularly, you are bound to feel a lot of changes in your body, positive changes in your body. So that's that. So we'll be continuing our journey in the coming 2 weeks as well, and in the following week after the next, we'll be also touching upon Vedant and the philosophical and the self-inquiry aspect of yoga separately. These sessions will go on. So now those of you who need to leave and get to your housework, you can go on. Those of you who want to ask some questions and who want to know a little more about taking care of your lower back, you can stay on. And also arthritis, someone had asked me. So we'll be talking about lower back, just touching upon, and injuries in general. So yeah. So any other questions anyone has? So weight loss is something also some of you have been asking me. So for that, diet, exercise and sleep, I've been saying 3 pillars of fitness. So you need to work on all these 3. Just by pushing yourself on workouts mindlessly, you will just injure yourself. So work regular exercise and checking your calories and getting good sleep. All 3 are important for weight loss. as far as lower back problems are concerned and injuries in general. So always when you have an injury, you need to weight loss I'll be taking on in the coming sessions as well. Tuesday particularly we'll be doing a fitness oriented class. After that we'll talk about weight loss more. And so for the injuries, see, one, when you're working out, listen to your body. If you have strained your lower back, go easy on all the forward bending movements and do a lot of gentle back bending movements to help your lower back. Whenever you are picking up something, you bend your knees to pick up something so that you let your lower back heal. And okay, the other thing is don't be in one position for too long. You need to constantly change the position. Lower back pain is regular and could sit on floor with my legs straight. Okay, so the other thing is, your body is trying to heal itself. Many times we are doing a few things repeatedly more than what you should be doing to heal your back. You could not sit with your legs straight, which means, so someone has been doing the session and is finding some positions difficult. And so I keep saying one of the biggest thing for lower back and all the injuries, that listen to your body. So if you are doing something, for example, say your shoulder is paining and you do a certain movement in that your shoulder pains, that is an indication by the body that if you do this movement, this will get worse. So stop there. Don't do that movement. And there will be certain movement where the body will tell you, okay, it is good, do this more. So the biggest thing to heal yourself is listen to the body. So if your back is telling you, if you're in a certain movement, it starts to pain, avoid those kind of movements totally. So do the other movements which are helpful to the back. So there will be certain movements which are keeping your back from healing. There are certain which are helping it heal. So you need to focus on the gentle back bending postures, the relaxing postures, like lying down on your back like this. So if say you start feeling a pain, you just lie down, you will feel, okay, now this is helping. When I bend my knees or if I do this, it just feels good on my back. So you need to relax more in those positions. You need to avoid sitting on couches in which you sink in. Those are very strenuous for your back. So even if your car is like that, you need to put some something so that you don't sink in, because so those even your bed, so sit on hard surfaces, take back support and see your back. And also while you're exercising, while exercise is good for you, wrong exercise can set it back again, every injury. So some people when they get back pain, they feel, oh, I need to strengthen, make my back strong. And all the exercises to make your back strong also have the risk of injuring your back further. For example, squats or the other strengthening. So you need to go easy on exercise. Don't do any jerky movements which can derail your back. So listen to your body. One more thing I'll add is, a lot of us pop painkillers and then keep going with our back pain and other pains. Avoid doing that, especially when you're doing some activity or exercising, because you won't feel the pain because you popped a painkiller, but you might make your injury worse. So the crux of what I'm telling you is, the body can heal itself if you let it heal. So to let it heal, you need to give it a chance to recover. You need to avoid doing those things every day that you're doing, which are again derailing it. So you again bending forward, again driving, or doing those movements which are straining the back on a regular basis. So just focus on things that you should avoid doing. Okay, so someone else says, so a lot of you are having lower back issues to some extent, some people to a big extent, some to a lower extent. The things that we are doing will really help you. There have been people who've been doing the class for the last 2-3 weeks who had these problems, and now they are feeling much better. So even if you continue with these, it will help you. Only listen to your body and avoid the movements which are causing a strain. So for the lower back people, particularly to the forward bending movements, you need to, even Surya Namaskar. I will be taking on Surya Namaskar in a more focused way in the coming week, but be very careful in that. So go one step at a time. And how to increase strength and flexibility. So again, flexibility is very, very important. Like, it's underrated. We focus too much on strength, but flexibility is particularly very important so the stretches are very important, the yoga stretches, particularly for your spine. If your spine is not supple, then you're leading a compromised life, no matter how big your biceps are. That doesn't matter. So you will not be breathing properly, you will not. So stretching exercises, flexibility is very important. To increase strength is not so difficult, but you need to do it in a step-by-step manner. So even the exercises that we've been doing on our fitness days, we've been including squats, the leg raises, all these movements that we do when we raise our legs and come up and reach for the toes. They are strengthening exercises, and they are strengthening the most important group of muscles called the core muscles, which are these muscles. So all sports people, soldiers, their core muscles are very strong. So these are the most important, the leg raises and all that we do. In yoga also, we are doing enough exercises to strengthen the core muscles. And to strengthen the upper body, we'll be including more exercises like push-ups and all as we go along in the coming sessions. And so strength exercises, there are enough exercises using your own body weight that we will be doing, we will be learning. You don't need to necessarily lift weights to become strong. You can do a lot of exercises using your own body weight, which can strengthen all the parts of your body, particularly your core. So we'll be learning those exercises in the coming week, and you can remind me of those as we go along. So the 3 pillars of your health and fitness are exercise, diet, and your rest, sleep. The 3 pillars of exercise are strength, flexibility, and endurance, cardiovascular endurance, stamina, which we call. So these are the 3 main pillars. Of course, then there is balance, there is breathing, how long you can stretch your breathing, there are reflexes, there are explosive movements, which all these we'll be touching upon. And as and when you need to ask more questions, you can ask these. So yeah, just what I'll leave you with for injuries is listen to your. Someone had asked about arthritis. So for people with arthritis, again, the main thing is keep yourself mobile, and every morning, every evening, do a little walk to warm up the body, and just learn all these joint rotations, postures we are doing. So mobilize all the, as long as you keep all the joints moving, you will be fine. And if you don't do that, if you sit around, then you'll face. So just keep your body mobilized with movements. Okay, and anything else? So again, I'll remind you, so tomorrow is a rest day. So, but you can always follow any of the sessions. I've uploaded all these sessions. If you feel like doing some exercise, food timing is, before the timing, I'll tell you something you already know. The saying that breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. So eat a big breakfast. If you want to eat parathas and fried things included in your breakfast, your metabolism is fast. Then lunch should be moderate, and dinner should be very light and early as possible. So, and include more salad, more fruits in your diet, and in your food, reduce the quantity of rice and chapatis, increase the quantity of salad, your vegetable and dal, and have lots of water through the day. Make sure you're having at least 3 liters of water as you go along. Okay, so keep the questions coming as we go along, and also just give me any feedback for the sessions. So from Tuesday we are starting another 6-day journey. I might make the sessions slightly shorter. Some people are finding it difficult to accommodate them. We are doing it 1 hour right now. Maybe I'll try to pull it to 50 minutes or something, so more people can do it. So I'll see you on Tuesday morning at Eat Food in 2 hours basis. Okay. So someone is asking me, do we need to eat every 2 hours? So again, see, one of the biggest thing for people who are looking at weight loss is eat only when you feel hungry. Don't eat because now it is 2 o'clock and you need to eat every 2 hours, so you go and eat something. So don't do that. So eat only when you are hungry. Eat something little. Yes, you can eat constantly through the day, but don't eat when you are not hungry. And we'll talk more about weight loss questions on Tuesday. Okay, I'll see you on Tuesday morning at 8:30. And moreover, just on Monday, look at this page. I'll be putting the timings and all for the coming week and what we will be doing on all days. So have a nice Sunday. I'll see you all on our next week's 6-day journey, and looking forward to working out with you.